numbness in your feet? Solution number one. So whether you have neuropathy, you got numbness, tingling in your feet, pins and needles, maybe you got some back pain, some back structural problems that's pinching on the nerves, that's going to your feet, it's causing the numbness. 3 exercises that you can do. Number one is similar to the hands. You want to insert, you want to scrub your feet. So insert in between your fingers and your toes. You want to scrub them right there, right? Do this for 30 seconds. Number 2, you want to individually rotate each single toe 30 seconds for each single toe. That's number 2 exercise. Number 3, you want to rotate your whole ankle. You want to make sure nothing is impinging on the blood circulation that's going to your foot and to your toes. You do this every single day. Do it 3 times, all 3 exercises 3 times per day. Make sure you follow me. Click the follow button for more of these awesome solutions. And make sure you like this.
Now I've got 30 units of insulin down, and then I've lost 15 pounds. Lost some aches and pains, which is great, and I would recommend this to anybody who wants to try something different and learn new ways of eating and so forth.
We're going to talk about Treatment Tuesday, and I had a new patient today that inspired this post today. So he was in the pre-diabetic zone. Actually, we had two patients that were in the pre-diabetic zone. What does that mean? That means their A1C, their A1C was above 5.9, so usually in the 6.0 area, right? So that's where you're classified as a pre-diabetic. I don't know who created that, but that's the definition. And so during this danger zone, a lot of things are happening. And so this patient that I'm thinking about, he eats great. He eats no processed sugar. He eats vegetables, I would say lean meats. Doesn't eat simple carbs, the white stuff, white rice, white bread, white potato, white noodle. But his A1C came back at 6.1. So he's like, what the, why am I still pre-diabetic when I eat healthy? And he's skinny as a rail. But there's a number of reasons. That's one of the things that we look at here at Achieve Integrative Health. We look at your labs. We do, even though we practice Chinese medicine, we fuse the two together. We use Chinese medicine, we use Western medicine. Western medicine has technology, it has labs. We look at labs and we help people identify, okay, which organ may be dysfunctioning that's causing this pre-diabetic disease, or what we call the danger zone, because this is the danger zone. When you're in this zone, you got to start making changes, otherwise you will become a diabetic. Or not if you're not, so concerned about diabetes, which you should be, maybe, what diabetes can cause. It can cause neuropathy, it can cause heart disorders, it can cause actually eye disorders, kidney disorders. It has a lot of side effects of diabetes. And so, what was causing his pre-diabetes, right? So here's what a lot of people don't realize, that being in Texas, we like our beer, right? So beer. People don't correlate beer or alcohol, gin and tonic, vodka, as sugar. But beer is just sugar. I like to call alcohol sugar with a buzz. So if you're drinking, he was drinking at least one beer a day. I was like, yeah, that's the reason why you're pre-diabetic. He's been drinking a beer a day. I understand, end of the day, it's a long work day, you're stressed out, you go home to kids, you want something to relax, you want a glass of wine, you want some beer, you want some gin and tonic, you want some Jack Daniels. Yeah, but beer, alcohol, is sugar. Sugar will raise your blood sugar, right? So that's one thing that I recommended, that he just cut back on his beer, and that should help. So that's one reason, that's one patient. Another patient is the same thing. We think that diabetes or diabetics are obese. They're not. There's a new type of diabetes. It's where people are super fit, they look fit. I'm not saying they're actually fit, they look fit, they're skinny, they eat great, and yet they're still diabetic, or they're pre-diabetic. And so why is that? That is because of the organ called your adrenal glands. your adrenal glands, your adrenals, which sit on top of your kidneys, they secrete something called cortisol. Cortisol, and they also secrete something called adrenaline. We know adrenaline, right? Because when a dog is about to bite you in the butt, you're running fast, right? That's because of adrenaline. But both of these hormones cause your body to secrete sugar into your bloodstream. So these days, with today's society, we have something called stress. We have an imaginary dog that's always chasing us, sending us into what's called a sympathetic mode. Sympathetic mode basically stimulates your adrenal glands to secrete cortisol and adrenaline, which releases sugar. The other organ that most people don't know about is your liver. Your liver also responds to stress, right? It's not just adrenals. And in functional medicine, we talk about we're just focused on the adrenal glands. But it's not just the adrenal glands. 3,000 years ago, Chinese medicine found out that there's two main organs in your body that help you adapt to stress. One is your adrenals, what functional medicine focuses on. The other one is actually your liver. Your liver also releases sugar in response to stress. So you could be skinny as hell, you can be eating like crazy good eating, but if you're constantly stressed, you constantly have that imaginary dog trying to bite you in the butt, you're releasing sugar from your liver, you're releasing sugar from your adrenal glands. And this, over time, will raise your A1C and make you pre-diabetic. In fact, we've seen patients where it makes them diabetic. It makes no sense, but that's the society of today. There's so much stress, so much expectations that we are constantly in that fight or flight mode, or that imaginary dog biting us, chasing us mode, that it's making us go into become diabetic even though we're eating perfect, right? So I thought I'd share this just because of the two patients that we had today that were in the pre-diabetic zone. And so what's the solution, right? I just told you the problem. I hate when people tell me problems and don't give me solutions, right? So what's the solution? The solution is you got to help the liver and the adrenal glands adapt to stress better. When the liver and adrenal glands are able to adapt to stress better, they stop releasing sugar here and then sugar here. And when you do that, that solves the pre-diabetes. Okay? Pretty simple, right? So instead of focusing on reducing sugar, like with medication that doesn't fix the problem, you got to find the source. So the source of this pre-diabetic syndrome, I would say, is here, adrenals and your liver. You fix these two, the blood sugar, decreases, and your sugar metabolism also improves. Okay? Hopefully you found this helpful. If you know of someone who eats great, exercises great, but yet they're pre-diabetic or diabetic, tell them to give us a call, and we might be able to help them figure out if it is their liver or adrenal glands. All the other organs do affect your blood sugar also, but these two specifically release sugar into your bloodstream and can cause diabetes, even though you're eating great, exercising great. Okay? If you know someone who is suffering with this, tag them on this post, share this post with them, tell them to call us, and let them know there is a solution. Okay? Hopefully, again, that was beneficial. Remember, everything in life is achievable, but it is up to us to make it happen. So pay it forward and give this information to someone that needs it, so they can get the help they need. All right, guys? Let's. It's only Tuesday. We got a lot of work to do for the rest of the week. All right? So let's go out and make it happen.